Yo, 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 this is your boy Weaponry Fitness. We are back with another video. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody? So, I decided to do a casual Wednesday stream today. And before I set this stream to go live, which was like a couple hours ago, I was looking at the markets and the markets were booming. Like, if you're in crypto, man, you're probably a happy person right now. Let's see. We're going to take a look at the charts because Uh, Bitcoin is popping right now. Um, Let me see here. First of all, I'm gonna put in the comments, just in case people trickle in late. I'm gonna ask everybody what their preferred mobile phone service is because I am looking for something. I currently have Boost Mobile and Verizon Wireless. I am happy with my Verizon Wireless, but I am seeking another cell phone service. I think I'm going to replace Boost Mobile. So let me know in the comments um, what phone carrier that you have that you like and why do you like it? Like, what is your primary use for this service? Because I have Boost Mobile and Verizon for different reasons. My Boost is for work only, but it's terrible when it comes to hotspots. But it like every time I go somewhere, it's got a bunch of bars. Like its bars is usually full, but that doesn't always mean good service. Whereas Verizon Wireless, every time I sit at a rest stop, I have good service for the most part, and it doesn't necessarily have to have full bar. So I use Verizon Wireless for my hotspot mostly, and the data is basically unlimited. Whereas Boost Mobile, you only have like 35 gigs worth of premium high speed data. So after you use that high speed data, it goes slow. Whereas Verizon Wireless, it doesn't. You have premium high speed data throughout the whole month. So that's why I like Verizon. So if anybody has like AT&T or T-Mobile or other stuff like that, let me know in the comments what why do you like that service. So um yeah, I'm gonna post it in the chat just in case people trickle in. All right. So we are going to look at the, by the way, we have nearly completed our 6 year in trucking. And I'm going to talk about a lot of my ups and downs in trucking, why I've lasted so long with the same company and account, because I have a lot to talk about with that. We have a lot to cover with this whole stream. I have some notes, man. Yeah, see, I wrote down a whole lot of notes because I knew I was going to forget everything. So I need to make sure that my audio is even good, man. I could be talking to myself. I got my fan run. Let's see. We are. We need to look for my stream because my live streams never. Man, I am finding some good videos over here. My live streams never get recommended. The only times it usually goes and gets on the recommended shelf is when most people are when the majority of people are online. So obviously it's 6 o'clock ESP. I mean EST. Okay, so audio seems good. All right, so let's dive back into these charts because I want to show you something. All right. So Bitcoin is it has gone down a little bit. It did reach all time high at 112, just barely 112K. So obviously there's gonna be some profit taken because it is a new all time high. So you're gonna have to expect that. Let me give you a full. Let me try to do a full screen here. So it just crossed 112K barely. Um, let's see, Ethereum. I don't think Ethereum hit 28K. It if it did, not looks like it went up to 2794. So Ethereum, when Ethereum pumps like this, altcoins usually follow, depending on what projects you're in. Um, because I am currently in Pepe Gala, which is on the Pepe. I mean, which is on the Ethereum ecosystem. I have a little bit of Solana. I try not to put too much into Solana. Solana is so unpredictable. Let's go. I gotta look for the coin that I have that's very low market cap. Let me see if it'll pop up because I don't. It's way down there. Let's check out Moodang. Actually, we're checking out some low cap coins here because this is the time where if you have already have a lot of liquidity on the projects that you think are going to do well in the market, this is where you're going to gamble a lot. So Moodang, I think Moodang is going to hit $1 pretty soon. So right now it's at 18 cents. It is up 4%. I was in and out of this coin. Um, I caught a couple of pumps on this and I got out. I started trickling all that into Bitcoin when we were hitting around 92K. So that's what I did with those profits. Obviously, I put some to the side for taxes. Let's see here. Gala. If you're in Gala or you're one of the trolls that are always talking bad on Gala, Gala is up 6%, and this is a good trade if you're going to hold it long term. It's going to drop a lot because a lot of people are just trading it. So it is technically a trade coin because a lot of people just don't. A lot of outsiders outside of the community don't believe in the project. I think the project is swell. I want you to do your own research. I'm not going to do it now, but they have some good projects on, despite what they talk about behind the scenes. So um, right now, it's only at 697 million market cap, which is pretty low because it was hovering around 2 billion like last year. So once it recovers, you'll be able to 2-3x your gains from here. So as long as you keep buying the dips, you should find some gains. So let's see here. Now I am trying to get to the coin that I bought. Not this one. Am I gonna find it? I'm gonna have to go on my phone and check this. So hold on. Because I jumped in a coin not too long ago, and that thing was booming. How's everybody's week going, man? What's up, Tony? I see you. Yeah, I got a bunch of streams talking about basic crypto knowledge. So if you want to learn about this, man, I can show you, man. It's pretty easy, man. Um, okay, we need to go. God, I'm in a coin that I can't even spell without actually looking it up. This is why they have acronyms for them. So ALI. I need to remember that. All right. So according to CoinMarketCap, we are at half a penny, and I bought I bought this thing. I started accumulating at about, you know, just over a half penny, so like 0.0052. And then once it dipped, I bought a lot more. I accumulated more because I was like, man, that's a huge dip. So you can see where the red is right here. This is where I started accumulating. As you can see, it's 0.40 or 0.0048. I started buying here, buying the bottom because I felt like that was the bottom. And here we are at just over half a penny. Um, because, so this coin, so this is weird. There must no wonder. Yo, in Gemini, it's saying that it's up 33%, but on CoinCap, it's up only 13%. Or no, it's up 10% for the day. So Gemini has some liquidity coming in, man. Usually you have to cross-reference a lot of times with your prices because if one thing says another, you may not be able to pull out as much profit as you think you can. So got to pay attention to that, man. But I don't know what the hell I just drank. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. I'm not going to harp on this too much. There's a lot of crypto influencers out there that are talking about this. Um, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. I got a lot of stuff I need to reflect on. Um, so it's my 6th year in truck driving. I've been driving since 2019. Started my CDL training in June of 2019. Basically got my CDL qualification in July of 2019. Came onto the Family Dollar account, and I have never looked back. I've been doing it since. So uh, I don't understand. Like this is one thing that I have an advantage over most people is that I know my strengths and weaknesses. So when I know that I am capable of physical work, I pick the most physical work that is possible out there because first of all, I look at the work and I think, can I do this? Can I train and learn how to do this? And it's like at first it seems hard, but I usually get through it. I usually get through the training, even though it's tough sometimes. But I just know that I can handle the physical work. And does the pay match up? So if the pay seems good, um, and I can handle the training, then that means I should be able to handle the work. Because I've proven time and time again that I can do tough work, and I'll just deal with the pay later. So uh, now they told me how much I could be making, and it actually far exceeded what I was making. So they said I can make so and so, and I actually at first did good, and then I started making more and more because they based it on the average mean. So I am not an average worker. I do the most, and I never take vacation. So I'm typically going to surpass most people that work the same job as me as far as like um as far as the job goes. So like if everybody's required to do a certain amount, uh I'm never gonna I'm always gonna try and I'm always going to do what do what they ask me to do, and I'm not gonna reject any loads. So basically that's how our job works. uh and I never complain. I do what I'm supposed to do. I show up to work on time, early as hell. Hell, I was early on the stream, but I don't take vacations. Um I max out as much as I can. So I'm going to make more than most people. So I don't have my doubles endorsements. I'm not going to make more than them, unfortunately. But I'm working on it right now. I'm pretty good with the pay I'm getting. So let's see. Trying to find. Uh, I guess I could start off by talking about some of my bad experiences. So my first bad experience truck driving was when I was actually training. Um, when when I was training, when I was doing my, have to do a certain amount of hours. I don't remember how many hours it was, like 200 hours on the road. And one time it was a night driving. It was at night. The guy that I was training under went in his sleeper. I mean, it was like kind of an over the road type of deal. So if he drove, I was sleeping. If I drove, uh, he was sleeping. So yeah, if I drove, he was sleeping. If he drove, I was um, sleeping. Uh, so when I was driving at night to go deliver a load, I missed a turn, and we were in the back roads. We were like not in the country, but like more like where the warehouses and stuff are, where the back is. So I missed a turn, so I had to find somewhere to turn around, and this is nighttime, so I could barely see. I found a big parking lot. It was a warehouse, and I turned down, and my landing gear got stuck. So we got stuck. We had to call breakdown. I had to wake him up, and this is like at 2 in the morning or something like that. So he was driving during the day. I was driving during the night, and that's what we agreed upon. I was okay with that. So this was my first big mistake as a truck driver, and I was definitely scared of my ass. And now he was a good trainer too, man. He didn't panic or anything. Like, and this is kind of the way I am. I don't panic, other than that time because I was a little bit panicked. Luckily, we didn't roll over. That would have sucked. I probably would have lost any hopes of getting in the field by myself. So we we got stuck because the landing gear was too low for what I was driving over. Basically, it was the drive through or the drive in, or yeah, the driveway. So the landing gear was too low, and I got caught. I couldn't go anywhere, so I had to call breakthrough or break. Uh, yeah, I had to call breakdown. That was my first time calling breakdown, and um, they did get us unstuck, and I just carried on with the rest of my night. So that was a bad day, but that happens, and I learned from it, man. Um, make sure your landing gear is up, and you have to get out and look. Basically, when you're especially at nighttime. Um, so skipping ahead, uh, I guess I'm not going to talk about too many bad experiences with the stores that I delivered to. I can do that on another stream. I'm just talking about truck driving in general because most people don't deal with the same issues as far as like my account goes. So uh, let's see. If you're on Twitter, give me a like. If you're on YouTube, leave me a comment, give me a like. Share if you want to. Facebook, yo, man, just engage, man. I like engagement. I want to hear everybody's experiences, man, when it comes to truck driving or whatever jobs they're doing. So let me know. Let me know in the comments, man, how long you've been doing the job that you've been doing, and are you moving up or are you planning to get out? These are the kind of things we got to think about, man. Uh, I've been thinking about retirement for a little bit now. Like, I am not, as much as I like this job, I do not want to go anywhere near 10 years. So I'm in my sixth year. So my plan is to get out of the workforce before that 10 years. So um, by the time I hit my 10 year, I should be about 44 years old. Man, I'm going to be doing my own thing. I'm going to be working for myself before that time. So right now, I'm accumulating. Uh, I'm keeping an eye on the charts right now, just in case we hit new numbers, or I need to take profit. So that's why I keep looking over. Uh, what else? What else? Yeah, you gotta keep an eye, or you gotta keep an idea of what your plan is. Are you going to stay, and how long are you gonna stay in the workforce? What are you making? Because inflation is only getting higher. This is why I'm in cryptocurrency, to outpace the dollar. Um, if you're in Bitcoin, we're just gonna look at the yearly chart real quick. No need to share. If you've been buying Bitcoin, you are up 92%. from just a year ago. A year ago, Bitcoin was at 56K, and now we're at 111K. So just think, if you're leaving thousands and thousands of dollars in the bank right now, your shit's getting destroyed by inflation. You put it in Bitcoin, it's just going up. So I don't understand how people are not buying Bitcoin. I do understand on some cellular level that people are living paycheck to paycheck, so they can't put money away like that. So this is okay, yo. This is the one thing I learned uh, while being a truck driver. I learned that I didn't have a money management problem. I had a earning problem because I'm the type of person that can put money away for a while, but I would come back and spend a bunch of it when I find something I want to buy. So I was a hoarder, but I was also an impulsive buyer. So um, in order to combat this, I had to make more money so I could save, put that money away, not touch it for years and years and years, and have money coming in while I spend money. So if that makes sense, it's just a mathematical equation, man. You need to understand how much you're spending and how much you are making, and people don't think about that because a lot of people aren't like, the more you make, the more you think about this stuff. So if you're only making like 40, 50, 60K, man, you're probably not going to be a good budgeter, and you're supposed to be because it's not a lot of money. So uh there's so much I could talk about that. um let's see here. Oh, since we're on the money subject, this is a very sensitive topic here. The so the reason why I take money so serious is because years and years ago, I missed my grandmother's funeral because I was so broke. I couldn't even, because I was living at Virginia at the time, and my dad had to send me money in order for me to come back to my grandmother's funeral, which was a little too late because by the time he had transferred the money, I wouldn't have made it back home. So I told him not to send it. He sent it anyway, and this was probably the one of the traumatic experiences of my life because I uh, I do not want to rely on my parents after being like an adult, and I have been on my own for a while. They have made a lot of sacrifices for me as a child, and I just didn't want to let them down. So when he sent me like 350 bucks, and he told me not to worry about it, which is fine, man. I definitely appreciated it, but I never wanted to put myself in that position again where I couldn't afford to see somebody I care about on their last um, time above the ground. It really sucked for me. So um, I couldn't afford it. I had a motorcycle at the time. I could have, because at the time my car was inefficient. Like my car needed fixing. So all I had was a motorcycle. Now, if I would have ridden my motorcycle 8 hours there and back, something would have happened. Like that is like high risk. So we decided not to risk that. So I didn't make it home for my grandmother's funeral. I felt like crap, man. After that, um, I definitely changed my mindset on money. Like I need to make as much money as possible, so I'm never in this position again. Uh, and so I did, man. It just led me to working a lot doing cable. I sacrificed a lot of my time working for a company that was definitely just working the hell out of me, but I consented to it. So it's not their fault, man. The more you work, the more money you make. So that's what I did. Then I got into truck driving because I needed to make more money, man. I was just getting tired of traveling around the country. I had to do copious amounts of training when I did that. So I was like, man, I'm just done training. I want to do something where I train one time and then just like make money. Then that's it. So that's why I got into truck driving. Um, when someone says money doesn't mean everything, man, that's just not true. Money is what makes the world go around. So I had to learn that. I learned that through a lot of researching. I talked to a lot of millionaires. Um, well, not a lot. I talked to certain like specific millionaires that I knew who were millionaires. Like if you want to become a millionaire, you talk to one. If you want to become a fitness, if you want to get in shape, you talk to somebody who is in shape. You find out what they're doing, what their habits are. So that's what I did. I took some courses in crypto. I got coaching from a millionaire, and I just learned some steady habits that I've implemented in my daily life, and now I have new goals, man. Definitely, definitely progressing every year, so I can't say that I have fallen a step back. I have may have slowed down a little bit, but that's what happens, man. Can't be perfect. You just have to capitalize on when you get things right, because when you fall down, you definitely have to make sure that you don't fall too low. So, la la la. So, money is everything. Um, let me see something here. I don't know, man. Anybody who says money isn't everything is probably like really poor, because you have to do the work, man. You really got to do the work. Uh, so people can rely on you, um, and so I don't have to rely on other people, man. Someone I care about goes to jail for something they didn't do. They need to make bail. They need to make bail. I'll have the money to make bail if I believe that they are innocent. So I'm not gonna let them rot, man. I mean, unless I don't like you. But um, one thing I learned while drug driving is I've accepted isolation. Um, so as an introvert, you have to know what your strengths and weaknesses are as an introvert. So me, I learned this very early. I mean, not early. I learned this very late, and that's why I'm excelling now, because I'm leaning into my introversion. I know that being around people usually sucks the energy out of me. So like for me to communicate on a deeper term with people, it's usually got to be very small group set of people that I trust, or you know that I know it's not going to make a fool out of me in public. So especially you don't want to do that to me, man, because I get really I will get really aggressive, man. Like if you try to embarrass me in public, man, it's not going to be good for you. Um, and I don't say that as a threat. I just know who I am, man, and I avoid certain situations with people. So this is why I don't drink or smoke, because I don't want people. I don't want anyone to have any kind of fuel to light this fire. So um, let's see here. Yeah, so isolation. I learned how to enjoy isolation because um, if you don't have a lot of friends, you're gonna feel lonely. And I'm not gonna say I felt lonely. I just felt detached, because I felt like I was the only one grinding, and all I wanted to do was find somebody to do the grind with, and that isn't always going to be the case. I know. See, as a human species, as a society, that's how we thrive, is in groups. Nobody really thrives alone, typically, but I had to learn how to do it anyway. Now you can thrive alone. It's just going to take a little bit longer. If you had a team, like look at a lot of these podcasters, man. They got teams. They Some of them start off alone. They find someone to podcast with or collab with, or whatever their business is, man. They got somebody that they can rely on to bounce ideas off of, to hold each other accountable, man. This is how you grow. You grow quickly when you have somebody watching your back, holding you accountable. I don't have too many, like as far as my niche goes, weaponry fitness, art of weapon. I don't have anyone to hold me accountable. I don't have really many people to train with. So, and I do train out in the open just to find people that do train the way that I do. It's really hard to find those types of people. A lot of people tell me to go to a dojo or something. I just don't want to be inclined indoors. I kind of want to do my own thing. I have my own system, and it has worked. So why would I go to a teacher when I have my own system that I believe works? I don't know. I have a goal and set. I want to be a performer. So I don't care about combat or competition. I want to be a performer. So there's a difference. This is why I do the things that I do, and I'm trying to look for like-minded people to do that with. So um, isolation has taught me a lot of things, man. I'm able to reflect on my flaws and my strengths. So you don't want to be isolated too long, man. It can be very addictive. So um, I would say that I'm pretty addicted to it. I like to be alone now. I hated it before, but now I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's pushed a lot of people away, but I mean, I can't really. It is what it is, man. Like I just don't do things that most people do, man. Like a lot of people like to stay up late and partying. So I like to go. I like to go in early and get up early, if that makes sense, because I like to start the grind early in the day. So I do that. I have good habits, and most people don't. The majority of people don't, and the people that have good habits, you don't really run into a lot because they're out grinding. So um, you have to network, and people have to talk about you. So um, when no one talks about you, nobody knows about you. You can't just go in a room and say, "Hey, man, I am this, I'm that." Nobody's gonna listen to you, man. Somebody has to hear who you are from someone else's mouth. It's called social proof. So um, uh, yeah, that's another thing that I learned, resentment. So I had to learn how to not take things personally. So I learned that if you have a bad product, nobody's going to want it. No one's going to buy it. So the fact that I haven't blown up yet tells me that I do not have a product that is a vibe for everybody. So I'm okay with that, man. I feel good doing this thing. I just have to market a little bit better. And like I said, man, I'm going to be getting into performing. So just trying a lot of new stuff. So I'm good with that. I am not butt hurt. Let's see. Let me yeah, it's a Wednesday, so we're not gonna get a whole lot of traffic on here. What? Um, let's see what's going on. So let's digress for a little bit because what the heck is this? I saw a video here that I want to share. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see. Why is this popping up? Yeah, it's just a casual Wednesday, man. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of random things. I gotta make sure my I don't know how long my mic is gonna last. Yeah, we need to get our other mic in this thing. So, uh, what are you doing? Yo, I'm I mentioned this on another stream that I get very discombobulated when I'm streaming on certain things because I'm always changing my settings because right now I don't have a desk, so I'm kind of like using my mouth on the ball of my knee. So now it's kind of like throwing me off. I'm trying to find a video that I saw earlier. We're gonna find it though. Give me a minute. We have to search it though. Mm, Yo, okay, here we go. This is better. Playlist. Yo, this is it's a very where's our history, bro? We have to switch accounts. So I have two YouTube accounts. The one that I use is for like when I'm watching martial arts videos, and the other one is like for almost watching podcasts and economy, politics stuff. So okay, I here we I found it. So check this out, man. Okay, so here's a video with Myra Gaines and his girl talking about um, how they're gonna raise their kids. I thought this was interesting, so I'm gonna kind of give my take on this if I did have kids. I might have to clip from this because not everybody really watches live videos, man. Like, I think I'm the only one that I know that actually watches live podcasts and stuff. I think like me doing live podcasts just doesn't get pushed out to any of my subs. I mean, in general, none of my videos really get pushed out to my subs. It's weird, but that's just how it is, man. Like that's how the algorithm has changed, man. So if you want to be a content creator, man, expect very low engagement if you're not doing controversial shit. So yeah, hopefully you could hear this.
Look at that W girlfriend. She hung up my pull-up bar. She made it and hung it. And they asked her, "How would you personally go about raising a daughter in this day and age? Homeschooling, no phone or now? What would you? What do you?
Homeschool and what?
They're saying, how would you go about raising a daughter right here? You know, homeschooling or no? Or what do you?
No
what do you do?
phone. Oh, I've thought about this. No, we definitely will move outside of this country. I don't think this country. I think this country is too corrupt now. Like, there's no way you can raise.
I was looking at some cities in America that are good for raising kids,
Yeah,
but
the
but they're not
English
big
ones?
cities though. No. They're in the middle of.
Yeah, if I had children, it's going to be different for a boy and a girl. Um, Obviously, man. If you understand biology, men and women are different, man. None of this equal crap. So, as far as technology goes, with the phones, you need to teach them at an early age how to adapt without the use of technology, man. Because technology is here; it's not going anywhere. It's only just going to get more and more advanced. So, we need to learn how to teach our children how to use the technology without overloading on it. So, teach them the old ways, but also you need to learn the technology with them because otherwise you're going to get lost when technology advances. As you get older, you're going to turn into your parents, and they don't know. A lot of our parents don't even know how to use email. They don't know how to use the internet. They don't know how to use GPS. You need to learn. You need to teach your kids how to use technology, um, how to evolve with the technology, so that they can teach you when technology evolves during their peak year. So that's my stance on it. Obviously, it's going to be uh, from generation to generation. So if I had kids, within the next 5 years, which I doubt, but you just have to be careful, man. That your presence on social media, you're going to have a digital footprint. Everything you put on social media on the internet is going to stick because you have a digital footprint. You can't throw it away. It's online. It's on there to stay. So
Nowhere, but like they're small. They're like 50 to 100,000 people, and they're mostly white, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
think
go.
There's still social.
Of course, there's always
weird.
weirdo shit, but
And with the phone, I will make a contract. I've heard about celebrities that make contracts for their children and they work really well. And it's
like with the phone company, you get a contract.
No, with the phone company with the children.
You put your kid on a contract.
Yeah, you put them on the contract that when they're like when they turn some certain age, they can get, you will like release the permissions for the phone progressively,
But they're our kid though. We're not gonna put that nigga on a contract. We just tell them what it is.
Well, they got a flip phone when they're 13 just to communicate and text and calls.
Good, I like that flip phone. Yep.
Yeah, and then smartphones after they're like 16, 17, but like with a contract, 100%. That's it.
So if they mess up, we just take it away from them. They already know.
Yeah, but I do believe kids need to go. They need to go through the schooling process. Like they need to suffer, like we all did.
well, yes, at least she understands that, man. Like, if I got homeschooled, it would not have been good because I'm already like super introverted. So I had to, I believe that you have to go through school, man. I would definitely put my kids through private school, just because you're not around a bunch of degenerates, man. Just saying, man. Just being obviously truthful. You need to learn how to communicate with the same sex and the opposite sex. Um, Not saying that you need to simp around women. You just need to learn how to talk to them differently than you talk to a man. It's just not the same, man. The things that you say, the way you talk around men is definitely not going to be the same way you talk around women. Um, and it's pretty obvious that there are a lot of men that don't know how to do that. So
And they need to go through that, and they need to suffer like.
Or we could homeschool them, but I would say
No,
you put them,
homeschool-
but you put them in sports, or you put them in all kinds of.
No, but then they won't have the social environment that they need.
They'll be weirdos.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you put them in sports and stuff.
No, but
But you-
it's
but you-
different though. They need to go through bullying and like mocking their teachers and like all that, like all the process that you need to go in school, like we all do in school. They need to do that. That's why we need to get out of this country, because it's not.
Yeah, it's
America
cooked.
is.
I can see Myron. He's just thinking about like his life is flashing behind, before his eyes. So he's just thinking about this. He's not. I don't think he has a real plan yet for this. Like, but I'm sure he'll bounce on his feet, man. Like, he's pretty. He's a good planner. Man. You can tell from his successful podcast. So once it happens, and if it happens, man, I think they'll be fine.
Nah.
America's cooked.
But yeah, that's what I will do.
Yeah, your kid could get stabbed at a track meet.
Oh, they can get like shoot.
That too.
In a school shooting or something.
Or school shooting too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, America's cooked, bro.
I will recommend you guys watch Adolescence. Myron's gonna do a thing here in Castle
Yeah, I watch Adolescence, man. Oh man, talk about the agenda on that series. That is crazy.
Club. But
Yes, I will. I will watch on Cast Club for you guys.
you will understand a lot of what I'm saying when you watch that series, because it's very deep.
Yeah, England's a failed country though. England is.
Yeah, the events that happen in adolescence is just far beyond reality, man. It's definitely not the normal. They definitely exaggerate it. Like I was very aggressive as a child, man. I had never thought about stabbing somebody, man. Like you got to be seriously destroyed as a kid. And he had both his parents in that thing. So there's no way a kid like that is gonna just stab some chick because he gets rejected. I've been rejected so many times by women. There's no way. There was no thought in my mind that I was going to get aggressive and violent. Like that just doesn't happen, man. It doesn't matter what you listen to online, man. They try to blame that shit on Andrew Tate. That's just not, that's just terrible, man. That's trying to make people look bad. That man, that's why toxic masculinity doesn't exist, man. They're trying to teach people that masculinity is bad when it's used in a way that you have to use it. So I could talk about that in another podcast, but yeah.
Too far gone. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's what I would do with the daughter. I mean, obviously I would defer more to my woman to deal with the kid because I'm not going to be there as much. But yeah, we're cooked in America though, bro. Oh man.
Yeah, the future doesn't look too bright, bruh. So yeah, I think I kind of touched up on that. Like, man, if I had children, man, I'm definitely gonna put him in a sport. If it's a boy, it's gonna be some type of sport. Shoot, if he wants, I could train him in martial arts. But this is why I wanted to be a father young in life, man. I wanted to grow up doing stuff with my kid. Right now, I'm just too old, man. I think when you have children younger, that your children's more benefits off the genetics. Because once you get older, man, you start having issues with your liver. You're just not, your organs is just not as it's just not as fresh as when you were younger. So obviously I'm in very good shape right now. So I could probably I can still make good couple of children, man. That would be badasses, man. So if I had a daughter, it just depends. If she I don't say this like it's like impossible, but like if I grew up with if my daughter came out ugly as hell, I probably wouldn't have to worry about a thing. If she came out very attractive, then that's where you have to put a lot of risk management or um, things in place where she doesn't end up on the pole. So um, good fathers keep their boys out of prison. Good fathers keep their girls out of strip holes or OnlyFans. So, but that's all. That's what you got to do, man. That could be a separate stream, man. I am not a parent. I would have to talk to parents. So if I had to do a podcast on this, I would definitely get parents on the stream, so we could bounce ideas off each other because I'm not qualified. So because I don't have kids. So let's get into this, man. I'm not even halfway through my notes, and we're like almost an hour and 45 minutes in. So what I've learned in the past 6 years is, let me cut this. Patience, efficiency, execution, urgency saves time. So I've valued my time and money over the years a lot more than I have in the past. Patience, I've always been patient, man. I think I've lost a little bit more patience over the years because I'm getting older. So with a lot of patience, it came with more urgency as I got older. So I'm a little bit more aggressive in my goals. So um, I want to make as much money as ethically and as legally as possible. So this is why I jumped into investments. So started looking at IRAs, 401ks, cryptocurrency, stocks, and I decided that cryptocurrency is the best way to go because um, it's just going up and up and up, and I can take it out whenever I can. So did a lot of research on cryptocurrency, man. That's just the best way to go. It's definitely not going anywhere. Bitcoin in general, man. Um, Efficient, man. Be on time. You don't have to be fast. Just be productive. The more productive you are, um, the more you're going to get done. Um, Realize your mistakes, capitalize, learn, adapt. That's it. Execution. If you're going to make a decision, don't hold back. Understand the risks. So I've understand the risk that I take. Truck driving is a risk. It's very can be dangerous when you're on the road. The weather, you got to consider weather. You got to consider traffic. There's a lot of traffic. You want to keep your eyes on the road at all time. Keep your eyes up. Don't look down. Also, um, you don't want to have tunnel vision. So you want to keep looking side to side. Obviously, they teach you it. They teach you this in PDL school. So don't be distracted. Obviously, so that's execution. Um, yeah, outside of the trucking, I take this too. Uh, I do this too. So with my martial arts brand, I execute on my training. As soon as I'm home, man, I either take a shower or I just get into my training clothes, go to the park or wherever I need to go and train. I train very fast, so I go to the same spots all the time. Usually it doesn't take me more than 15 minutes to get to a certain spot if I'm just doing my casual training. So hopefully, yeah, my mic's still good. Um, yeah, I move with a sense of urgency when I do my training. So uh, at first, it was I had to learn what worked for me. So I trained with a bunch of weapons, man. And I learned that rope dart is one of my favorite ones. Nunchucks. I've been training with nunchucks since I was like 17, 18 years old. Uh, so if I had to go in order, so obviously the sword, if I were going battle, the sword would be my first one. Just without like just pretend that guns didn't exist. Sword would be my first. Bow staff would be second. Would have to be like some kind of very hard bow staff, very hard wood or very hollow metal. Because hollow metal is lighter and it's still very, very strong. Um, sword, bow staff, rope dart would be. Rope dart is not practical in battle, but it is good to hold on to take out a couple of people. So obviously you're gonna have a dagger, a knife, whatever. So like, obviously sword is first. It's the most powerful weapon other than a sword, gun. So um, martial arts. So I wrote this down. Let me see. One thing I learned. Oh, this is a big one, man. One thing I learned is I'm not as old as I thought I would be at this age from a perspective when I was like 20 years old. So when I joined the military, I was 18. When I got to my first command, like the casual 22-year-old seemed old to me. I was like, man, yo, this guy's old as hell, man. 22, and I'm only like 4 years younger than him. So when I started talking to my chiefs who were like in their 30s and stuff, I was like, oh man, I might look like this. So um, so this is a huge change for me. Um, as far as the last couple of years goes, as far as mindset. So I'm just gonna skip ahead. When I was uh when I was 26 year old, and people are gonna laugh when they hear this. This is when I went through my first ever midlife crisis. So I never talked to many people about this. When I tried to talk to people about this, they laughed at me. But when you're 26 and you're talking about a midlife crisis, people are gonna look at you funny, like, "Oh, you got a lot of life." Like it's like that. Like this is why I didn't talk about it because I knew what people were gonna say. So when I first spoke about it, people just kind of like brushed it off. So I was really dealing with some shit back then. So this is the year I got married, and the woman I was married with was she was on deployment. So I was kind of dealing with this. I did mention it. I'm not going to say anything about who I talked to about it or so. I didn't really talk to many people about it, but I was like, at 26, I should have kids by now. I should have a lot going for me because the people around me who were in their 30s, like they were old, they were overweight, they had gray beards. I was like, man, I need to get this. I need to get at a certain point right now, and it just wasn't happening. So I felt in a big depression, and I was like, man, I can't do the things I wanted to do because I was married. I had to focus on the family because I had stepkids. So I was in school at the time, and I realized that school wasn't going to do anything for me. The only reason I was in school is because of the GI Bill. So I was getting a small little chunk of change from being in school. So having a midlife crisis at 26 is really not healthy, and I didn't realize this at the time. I was actually in therapy for a little bit. I had 3 sessions. Therapy didn't help, man. Talking about my feelings did not help me, even though I was talking to a male therapist. So I had 5 free therapy sessions. I only went to like 2 or 3. I can't remember. It didn't really help me at all. Um, the only thing it really helped me understood is like never to go to therapy again. Because I needed to go out and conquer. I need to accomplish shit. So, and at the time, I didn't know that. So, at the time, I wasn't accomplishing anything. I was just going to a job every day, not really making much money, spending all the money that I did make on rent and all that stuff. So, I wasn't making any kind of money, no savings. I was living paycheck to paycheck. So, at 26, 27 years old, I was struggling. For most of my late 30s, I was struggling. So, uh, and I was still doing martial arts, man. Like I was still flipping and doing all this stuff. And as the years went by, got into cable, um, started getting overweight, got into trucking, got a little more overweight, and then this is the life changer. I started watching podcasts because I had time to watch 2 3 hour podcasts on people that were just successful. And I have never met any I at this time I've never met people that were super successful. And I was like, my God, I don't even run into these types of people online. I mean, in person. Now, I did see them in person in cable, and this is what drove me to truck driving is because like I kept seeing people like making all this types of money. I was like, man, why can't I do that? So I looked into truck driving, like 50, 60K guaranteed. Like at the time, 2019, that was a lot of money. It's not much now. Hell, I make 100K now, and it's not a lot of money. So, um, uh, yeah. So back to the whole midlife crisis thing, kind of like 33, 34, 35, 36. So when I started making this YouTube channel, it kind of brought back my prime, if that makes sense. Like I was just moving through life, kind of like autopilot. Like in my late to early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, I was in autopilot trying to figure shit out. So when I got into truck driving, started listening to podcasts, started reading a lot more books. Like, man, my life is definitely getting better and better at this time. I noticed that I wasn't stressing out as much, so I kind of conquered my depression. And the same time, uh, I was just influenced by a lot of positivity, a lot of facts. I learned a lot about the world. I learned a lot about money, uh, and I put it all together. Learned how to invest, and I'm kind of skipping through a lot of stuff because I just don't want to. I don't want to be rambling, because I know it's going to sound like I'm rambling. If I had people in the chat to like really, um, you know, ask me something, I would, but there's nobody really in the chat. I'm not going to get much engagement, so I expect that. Uh, so here I am, 36, 37, 38. I'm doing all this crazy stuff on my YouTube channel. I was like, wow, I am not as old as I thought I was, but I am still pretty old. Like as far as the numbers, like as far as my birth certificate is, like when you're past the age of 34, I don't care who you are, you're old, man. If you're like 40, 50 saying that I'm young, you're just older. That's all. Uh, so I realized that I have a lot of, so the reason why I had a midlife crisis at 26 is because I was like, I knew my value was more predicated on the things that I could do physically. Because I wasn't the most engineered as far as my mind goes. Like I couldn't strategize. I couldn't make money from a desk. There's no way that I could do that. I have to be on the ground, in the field, doing stuff physically, like hard work. So if I'm in my if I'm 26 and I'm looking at a bunch of these people overweight, gray hair, and a lot of them are managers, head of CEOs and stuff. They're not doing anything physical. I was like, oh man, this might be the end of a decade, that I can do stuff. So this is why I got into a midlife crisis so early. So I don't think it's healthy, but I think it was good for me, man. Helped me really reflect on my value. I still think I can provide a lot of value as far as what I've accomplished. Um, I have a lot of credibility. I have a lot of receipts, man. Like I'm super in shape. Uh, Testosterone is good levels. Like there's no complaints there. I wake up with a smile on my face because I'm ready to get the day going. I train like a maniac, and I don't overtrain. And when I say that I train like a maniac, that's usually most people can't train as much as I can. So I'm doing something right. I'm eating better. Uh, Calorie deficit. I'm trying to cut, man. 10 to 12 body fat percentage. 10 to 12% is my goal. I want to see what I look like and how I need some fat, man, because I burn so much. I don't want to burn muscle, man. So people like me need fat. So don't want to go down to 8, below 10%. So I need that fat to burn when I'm training, because if I have 8% body fat is, and like if anybody is like a fitness guru, let me know. But like if I'm 8% body fat percentage and I train like a motherfucker, I'm going to lose a lot of muscle. So I need to be in that 10 to 15% body fat because I want to train. So um, I need to burn because what if there's no fat to burn, it's going to start burning muscle, if that makes sense. So um, I don't want to be anorexic or anything, and then I'm going to lose all kind of mobility, man. So yeah, so at 39, man, I feel good. So I'm not delusional. I know I'm old, like damn middle age. So like, but I feel good. When you can do a backflip, when you do a series of backflips at this age, man, you're doing something right. We're not waking up super tired. When you're ready to go, not stressed. Um, you're doing something right. Uh, what else? What else? So I need to check. We need to check the markets. Hold on. Let me see what's going on because I'm like a fat kid who checks the fridge all the time. Except I check the charts all the time. Okay, the market's stable. We stopped pumping. The fear and greed index is still at 52, so it's still pretty neutral. Let's check my altcoin. Still neutral. So we are in marginal profit taking area right now. People are taking profits. So, but yeah. Uh, one thing that I learned. Oh yeah, I already touched upon this. Oh, one thing I learned that being respected is more important than being liked. So I think for a while that I don't know. There's some people that take it way too far as far as wanting to be liked. If I wanted to be liked, I would probably not be by myself so much. I want to be more respected than being liked. So if people don't like me, that's fine. I think people that don't like me, I'm probably just doing better than anyway because, like, if I want to surround myself with people that I want to aspire, I want to be motivated by. Like, if I'm doing better than everybody in the room, that's not going to help me, man. This is a transactional world, and we need to accept that, man. Like, if you can't do something for somebody, uh, there's really no reason to hang around, man. Like, yes, you could be friends with them, but like, do you want to go in business with somebody that doesn't understand money, that doesn't understand marketing? Nah. So why would you be around somebody that can't help you? So I want to be the type of person that can help people. So I don't care if people like me or not. So this is why I do what I do. Um, and if you like me, then you're probably going to have a lot in common with me. So, uh, damn, I thought I had a lot more to go over, but let's see what's going on Twitter. I want to see what people are talking about with crypto because today's kind of a big day. I didn't look too much into this, but it said Jerome Powell is being pressured by Donald Trump even more to resign. I got all this water. This water weight. I promise you guys, this is water weight. I've been drinking a lot of liquids, man. This is gonna go away, and plus the camera adds 10 pounds, so I look fat. This is pissing me off, man. You don't get to see me. How you do? Okay, boom. You don't get to see me. Just kidding. Uh, let's see what's going on Twitter, man. Is Myron live? Oh, he's live.
All right. Anyway, let's read some chats here, and then we're gonna go back to the Epstein stuff.
Myron does some of the best streams, man, on the internet, man.
Killer Kane, nope.
What the hell? So this is Oh, here we go. Here's something. What is going on? Yo, this is perfect. So this is why I train on different terrains. I train in rain, I train in snow, dirt, sand, mud, concrete. So if you're a fighter and you're fighting in the sand, it's going to feel like you're a little bit heavier because sand is dipping down. So you can't get the same amount of lift as you would on either grass or like something that's more flat surface. Sand is kind of more, it sinks you in. So it's actually, I train on sand quite often because it makes me feel heavier. So when you're fighting in the sand, when you're fighting someone like me who trains in different things and different different terrains, it's not going to affect me. I'm more likely to have an advantage because I'm used to this, training in different conditions. So this is why I train in different places, not just in a dojo. I don't train on mats. I do not train where there are safety nets, man. Like you need to learn how to train like a warrior. So um, I was gonna say because at first his first punch was so slow, but I was like, he's in the sand, so it's going to take a little bit of leverage from his attack. So obviously the other guy couldn't defend. That's why he got hit by haymaker. So, but yeah, is that somebody post? I've seen this meme 100 times, man. Men will literally choose a shy, polite, soft woman with zero achievements over an arrogant career woman. That's facts. Yeah, I'll wife up a woman who works at McDonald's over like somebody who is a lawyer that makes as much as I do. Like I don't like people like me don't really care how much you make as I mean because I have my financials in order. So but yeah, as long as you're fit, feminine, and friendly, man, the money doesn't really money. I really don't care how much money a woman makes, man, because that money. Anyway, the money that she makes is going to be for her anyway. So what does it help me? Uh, what the hell? This dude looks like an old Trey Young. Yo, who posted this? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, so he says unpopular opinion. As I get older, all this looks disgusting. Yo, that's facts because I do not like cakes. I don't like fat cakes anymore, man. It's like, man, that's ah, just ah.
Of human trafficking.
Hold on.
The girl who initially accused my brother and I of human trafficking 3.5 years ago has admitted to DCAW that she was paid in advance before she made the police report $100,000 to make the report, and the money came from a USAID-funded NGO designed to combat human trafficking. Why would you pay somebody before they make a police report $100,000 to combat human trafficking unless you were actually trying to set us up? She then admits that after she took the money, she flew here, made the police report, and after only 3 days in Romania, she was flown to the south of France. The flights, hotels, and budget for her stay there was all paid for by the same NGO. And we have the fucking paperwork. The girl who initially accused my...
Yo, he didn't have to post that for us real G's to know that that was truth. Like, we knew that that girl was paid, man. Like, yo, this is the new normal, man. Like, you guys realize that like divorce alimony is going to be almost extinct because a lot of people, like, marriage has gone down in the toilet. Most people aren't getting married anymore, and like it's just the poor people that are getting married. It's mostly poor people. What can you get from a man that's like not that much money? So what they're incentivized to do is make money from withdrawal of consent. So like if a woman is dating someone like a high value earner or something like that, she can withdraw consent if he doesn't give her what she wants, like an apartment or relationship after they slept together. Like she can find some way to take him to court because she didn't consent to something that she already did in the first place. So we're seeing that with Diddy, Andrew Tate. This is the new normal, man. Like that's the only way. Shannon Sharp, like that's the only way they're gonna get money from these people now, is to take them to court, civil court, whatever, sue them. Like if I was a woman and somebody raped me, I would try to get them put in jail. I wouldn't try to get no money from them. Like if you really want to take an offender off the streets, you got to get them. Like, would you want them in jail where the criminals in there would take care of them? No, they want money from them. So, um, I don't know, man. It's. I mean, that may seem like a controversial take, but all you gotta do is really pay attention. Uh, let's see what else is on here. This is why I'm very careful. This is why I haven't really dated, man, because I'm just very skeptical. But you just can't trust people these days, man. I have way more to lose now. La la la. What is this? People think success is this, but real success is this. What? Yeah, I'm not bound down anymore. So if you have money, man. So this is what I say, man. The more money you have, the more you don't give a shit what somebody tells you. So I see it all the time in trucking, man. Like these truck drivers are so entitled, man. They think they deserve the best treatment. And to some degree, you got to treat your employees with some respect, man. You got to kind of take care of them, make sure their living conditions are good. But like, I think some are way, way too entitled, man. Like I've been through the fucking shit with this account, but it's not because of my employers. It's not because of my managers. It's other things outside of that. So outside of their control. Because when you're at a certain net worth, uh, you have more control over your life, and the least amount the the least amount of net worth you have, the more people are in control of you. So uh, this is why the big beautiful bill didn't set well with a lot of people, because it's going to affect the people with higher incomes more than it does with the lower incomes, because obviously because of tax purposes. There's just other reasons. Um, so we're kind of at a divide right now, man. It's going to be poor versus rich here pretty soon, if not already. Yeah, a lot of God candle. I don't think that's a God candle, man. We just went from 109 to 112. We did hit all time high 112, but that is not a God candle. It's just a nice swing wick up. What the hell is this? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, this is okay. So that's the lady who lied about trying to get Tate's convicted of grape. Mm. Yo, daily movers are in. So ILV's in there. Gallo's up to. Oh, this is 5 hours ago. Yo, so okay. I think we can end the stream there, man. We're probably gonna do another stream just like this. We like to do our casual streams where we're just talking about random stuff. But I went through everything on my notepad. I like to write my notes. I still write in cursive, so I don't like to type unless I'm really trying to write it. Oh yeah, I am gonna write a book though. I don't think I've accomplished enough to write a book, but I am going to write a book on the accomplishments and the achievements I have. I just don't think I'm there yet. Maybe I should start writing it now. But if I do, I'm gonna have to edit it a lot. So it behooves me not to do it yet. So I am taking notes. of my life. We do have progress on the YouTube channel as far as my fitness goes. So, yo, this is gonna be awesome. Like the book is gonna be good. I already know who to go to as far as editing and stuff and learning how to write a book. I know how to write. I know how to, write from chapter 1 and 2, 1 to the end, whatever. I know about, because I did a lot of writing in high school too. So I understand that I can write my ideas down. The hard part is going to be whether I want to publish it or not, and do I have an audience that's going to read it? So it's not going to be too controversial, so it should be on the bookshelves. But yeah, I can't wait for that to happen. Yeah, this was a pretty chill stream, man. Nothing special, man. If anybody has any questions about the trucking industry or anything, I'll try to give you as much intel as I can, but all you gotta do is stay positive about life. Create, set some goals. The first thing you need to do is focus on your fitness. Then you can focus on earning potential, and then relationships. Set some goals, obviously, and then you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, man. Right now, I am probably 1 year away from enjoying the fruits of my labors. I am still stacking and stacking right now. So I plan on buying a house, a gym, and a place to put my motorcycles at. So, but yeah, we got some high goals. So we got some high standards. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you guys for watching, all 2 of you. I am kind of delirious right now. We should go run a mile, but yeah, that's it. Make sure you guys hit the like, sub, and comment. Peace out.